Okay, that's the first sound that's gonna be on this recording. Hey guys, so this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. I don't know if other people will find it funny, but I'm definitely gonna have a good time. So backstory, when I was in undergrad, I had a friend who told me that she had a dream journal. The reason she had a dream journal, I believe, was because she wanted to try lucid dreaming. And apparently, like, if you journal your dreams and kind of become familiar with like the patterns and themes that are kind of consistent in your dreams, it makes it easier for you to realize you're dreaming, which is like the first step in lucid dreaming. I can't remember at the time, maybe I was sort of into the idea of lucid dreaming. I don't feel like I was. I think I just thought it was an interesting idea to write down your dreams. I had always been pretty fascinated by dreams. I personally don't really give any spiritual meaning to my dreams. If you do, more power to you. But I have, in high school I went through this huge phase where like every time I had a dream I would look up, oh, what does this mean? Just for fun, because like, I don't know, I think it's so interesting. And I do feel like sometimes I'll have a dream and I will feel like, okay, that was a pretty stressful situation in that dream, so maybe I'm stressed in real life. I do feel like sometimes my dreams sort of represent like subconscious feelings that maybe I'm not aware of. But in general, I just think it's fun. I have really silly dreams all my life. Pretty much anytime I tell someone else about my dream, I get told like, I have super weird dreams. When I was in high school, I had a dream that all my friends turned into bricks, kind of like Beauty and the Beast, like how they have like their human form, but then like in the beginning of the movie, they're like, candelabras and clocks and feather dusters and stuff. But in my dream, it was like we became bricks at night, and then in the day we would turn back into humans. That was the dream. I don't know. I know a lot of people who have like scary dreams, like really intense dreams, or like weirdly abstract dreams. I just have absurd dreams that make no sense. So I've been writing these down since 2014, undergrad. I have 63 pages of dreams. Now, I'm not gonna read all of these, okay? There is some personal stuff in here. Any names that are in here, I'm probably gonna switch them with someone else, unless I feel like it's someone who's comfortable with their name being revealed. Anyway, the point is, I just want to share with you guys like the stuff that I think is hilarious, because every time I come back to this dream journal, I like die laughing. It's so hilarious to me. Will other people think it's funny? I don't know. Apparently, talking about dreams is like the most boring thing to other people. I love talking about dreams. I like to talk about my own dreams, which I feel like everyone does, but I also like to listen to other people's dreams. I don't understand why people are like, man, talking about dreams is the worst. Like, are you kidding? Dreams are so weird. They're fascinating. Anyway, so if you're like me and you like to hear about people's weird dreams, buckle up, because I have had some really weird dreams. And I'm just gonna kind of skip around, read the ones that really stand out to me as quite funny. June 13th, 2014. Basically, I'm playing Paper Mario, heading up some area that looks a smidge like dry desert. And it's set up sort of like the original Donkey Kong, so I'm having to go up all these ladders and things. And I'm really close to the top when I realize I only have like 4 heart points left. So I'm like, barf, fine, and decide to go all the way back down where there's a heart replenishing box thing. And of course, I run into more enemies and have to flee like every fight. I fail to flee a few times and I'm down to 2 HP when I wake up. So that's an example of a dream that is pretty silly, but like in retrospect, I'm probably just stressed in real life, even though it's summer, so I don't know why I would be particularly stressed. A dream where I'm playing a game and I'm low on heart points and the nearest heart replenishing box thing is really far away. That's the kind of dream that I have when I'm stressed out. What? June 15th, 2014. This one was totally just like Supernatural mixed with Paper Mario. What does that even mean? First, I was that chick whose teeth fell out. Gross. Okay, so I guess that's a reference to Supernatural that I don't remember anymore. Thanks a lot, past self. Like, I was brushing my teeth, and then they were like, ew, mouths are gross, peace out. I talked so annoyingly when I tried so hard to be funny my freshman year. And my teeth started falling out, and I was like, and looked into the mirror, and then my reflection wasn't there. And I don't remember, but crazy things started happening in the mirror at the end. Oh, so I guess that's what makes it like Paper Mario, because there's like the mirror stuff. Okay. This is so me. Okay, I forgot that this came to me in a dream. That is hilarious. July 12th. I was at a party. This was my idea of a party in high school, was to go to a local coffee shop with some friends and like play card games. So I was at a party at the coffee shop with some friends whose names are redacted. Basically everyone who normally comes. And I kept saying, do you have any idea who I am, when someone was a jerk to me in a game? So like people would, I don't know, like play a card against me and I would be like, do you have any idea who I am? And Dream Me was like, yes, I love this phrase. I have got to start using it more. And then Waking Me agreed. And that's true. I do still use this phrase to this day when someone upsets me. I'm like, do you know who I am? And I think it's hilarious. So that phrase came to me in a dream. Oh my gosh, I have this dream all the time. August 13th. I had a dream that I was driving and my brakes stopped working. Also, I had to work at my very first job. It was like a retail job at Rue 21. I was there for like a month, so this is kind of weird. I had to get to work at Rue 21. So I was driving and swerving around stuff like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. And then there was this huge train driving across the tracks in front of me, so I tried really hard to slow down, but I couldn't. And I just got really fortunate because it ran out of trainness before I got to it. That's me trying to say the train passed before I had to worry about braking in time. Then I somehow wound up in this giant field trying to turn around without hitting another car who clearly thought I had lost my mind. So I guess there was another car like following me, trying to help. And that's a terrible idea, but I was like trying not to hit this car that's trying to help me. Because like I just can't brake and I'm not decelerating. Like I just keep going, right? And I was like, dude, I should call my mom, duh. So I started to call her, and as soon as the phone started ringing, I found myself at a stop sign, and I stopped. Yeah, that's a recurring dream of mine, is driving and not being able to brake. That's like how you know I'm stressed in real life, is if I have that dream. Oh my gosh, this is the most 2014. I don't even care what the rest of the dream says. I just want you guys to remember something from 2014. So we were outside my house in my hometown, and I was talking about the Average Life Goals Twitter account, I think. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was a huge meme in Arkansas. Anyway, here's pictures. You get the concept. So I was joking about how my house would have 2 soccer goals and a basketball, just like the super cheap ones we already have. And Austin thought it was the most hilarious thing. Then some friends came over, and I guess they told us to watch their pet weird reptile thing that looked like that seahorse from Weird Animals VBS named Daphne. And we already had one. I just love the way I write. The way that I write my dreams is so funny to me because I'm just talking to myself. This isn't for you, you know? And the way it's worded is like, so it doesn't make sense. But I understand. I'm just going to show a picture. And we already had one like it, except ours was green and theirs was white. So we went to the basement or attic or whatever where we kept our weird pet. And Daphne was already there, just chilling with our green one. But there were also randomly 2 rats, one white and one tan, and Molly and Zoe, and I think some cats or something. And I was like, Mom, where did all these animals come from? And then I woke up. OMG, this one was so hilarious to me. Okay, so one of my best friends from college and I went to the Taco Bell near my apartment. Story of our lives. We did go to Taco Bell. This particular friend and I, basically our like entire friendship was Taco Bell and driving around gossiping. So we went to the Taco Bell, and we were just sitting there at a booth playing the voicing game, which is, we're linguists, so we would play this game where everything you say is a voiced vowel, so basically your vocal cords never stop vibrating, and it sounds like this. So we were playing that game. He started doing it with Reindeers Are Better Than People. By the way, like, if you hear something and you think it's probably a Frozen reference, it is. And I was real impressed that he even knew that song. Wow, you know like a 30-second song from the movie Becca's Obsessed With? That's crazy. Like, okay, I don't know why I would be impressed. But, dream logic. And then the cashier chick called from behind my back, hey, does either of you guys have a hat? Yes, oh my gosh. And suddenly we have like 3,290 different kinds of hats. And we were like, do you mean the kind with a brim or a cap? Which is really dumb, because caps are the ones with brims, right? And she was like, no, I mean a hat that you boil water in. And, and like, she was totally talking about a pot. But in this dream world, pot was not a word for pots. I've been talking a lot about pronunciation and etymologies lately, all right? So basically what I'm saying is, in this dream, like, the word pot did not exist, and we just called pots hats, and it was like a weird dialectical, like, it's just like a quirk of English, right? Like, they're the same word, but they mean different things. And this friend and I just looked at each other like, I normally call those boils. And then we started thinking about it, and we were like, no, wait, maybe we do call them hats. I don't know. Which is just like that was like my entire freshman year of college, because I was starting to study linguistics, or actually this is my sophomore year. I was starting to take my linguistics classes in my sophomore year, and all the time I was constantly questioning the words that I said, the way I pronounced words. We started doing the thing where you try to see how you pronounce a certain word, but with entire words. Normally people don't go, sometimes it's hard to really like place a finger on how you pronounce a word, honestly, without like putting it in context. But like, if you are trying to figure out what you call a pot, you kind of just know, right? So it doesn't really make sense in real life. But oh my gosh, it's so nonsensical. Do we call a pot a hat or a boil? Like, that's hilarious to me. October 19th, I was at a wedding, and it was really hectic. I was someone real important, like a maid of honor or something, but everything was really stressful, which makes sense because real life has been stressful lately, and I watched that Supernatural episode about a wedding. I don't remember watching so much Supernatural. Anyway, green was definitely a major color, if that means anything. So yeah, like the wedding was themed green. And a couple guys from band and a bunch of other clarinet players, I play clarinet by the way, were there. And then all my Casey brothers and my mom, maybe, which is weird because I'm pretty sure it wasn't my wedding. So she's like here, even though it's like a friend's wedding. I want to say it was Taco Bell guy's wedding. And when I woke up, my first thought was, where's Taco Bell guy? Which is weird. Right, when I woke up, I kind of freaked out. I was like, where's my friend? Because either I was freaking out because I was like, it's his wedding. Where is he? Or because we had actually been hanging out right before I fell asleep, so I was like, is he still here? Did I fall asleep while we were hanging out? I guess it was like that sort of weird half-awake thing. Oh yeah, I sometimes I'll write stuff like this down. October 30th, I don't remember the dream, but I woke up and had to force myself to think in English for about 10 minutes because I'd been writing a Spanish paper the night before, and I always think it's cool when like I either like dream in Spanish or like I have trouble thinking in English when I wake up, like yeah. Okay, Halloween 2014. I took a nap and had 700 weird dreams. I think the first one was that I was dressed like a Ravenclaw for work, just like real life, because it's like a really easy, it's like my go-to lazy Halloween costume when a job is like, dress up for Halloween. I just like put on my Ravenclaw scarf. And my roommate was like, if you're gonna dress like a Hogwarts student, you may as well go to Hogwarts. We have one in town where we live. By the way, this was before J.K. Rowling was canceled, so don't come for me. So she told me she'd show me the way. So I started driving down the highway with her in the passenger seat. Okay, I know where this is going. And she was like, go down this purple road, which was super normal in this dream. So I did. But my speedometer stopped working, which was an actual problem with this car that I had in college. Very dangerous. We tried to get it fixed. Anyway, so I was like, oh no, I'm going like 100 miles per hour, but my car says I'm going 0, so I'm not gonna slow down. Okay, that's funny. So it wasn't that my brakes were broken, it was that my car said I was going 0, so I kept speeding up. I was looking so much at the speedometer and not paying attention to like the fact that I'm actually going fast. And we literally went over this overpass and were airborne for a few seconds. And then we just kept going. And I was trying so hard not to hit other cars. So we finally drove off the road and I hit this bridge thing. And I was like, my roommate's here, I probably killed her. And then I woke up. That's the kind of dream I have when I'm stressed. It's funny because like those dreams like actually mean like there's like stressful stuff going on in my life, but I think they're hilarious still because they're so nonsensical. Fell back asleep and had a dream that we were late for band rehearsal. Again, my roommate, she was in band with me. So we ran to this random building where band rehearsal is not normally, and it looked like a hotel lobby inside. And 2 Casey brothers and some other clarinet players were sitting around in this one chair. We were all sitting in one chair? Oh, they were all sitting around one chair. So, okay, like I don't know if I mean like they're sitting in a circle around a chair or what. All the mellophone case eyebrows were sitting by this other chair, and for some reason I'm like, oh no, who should I go talk to? So I decided I should go to the student center to get food instead, which is randomly where the practice field is. Then I woke up. Okay. Fell back asleep, had a dream that my other roommate had completely rearranged the apartment. There had apparently been an island in our kitchen before, but she'd moved it, so the living room was part of it, and our kitchen was huge. Really, it was awesome. And it was purple/green themed, which was weird, but whatever. Yeah, this apartment was pretty small, so this is another recurring dream I'll have where I have like a really nice wardrobe or a much bigger apartment or house, and I get really excited, and then I wake up and it's like not actually the way it is. Bummer. In this dream, I woke up. I don't think I ever really woke up, but then I was like, if I'm still asleep, I'm gonna be pissed to my roommates. So I got up, went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and I was covered in makeup from a haunted house that I had done with my Kasai brothers, and I was like, great, I'm still asleep. This might be the first dream where I logged actually recognizing that I was having a dream, and those are some of my favorites. I love the dreams where I realize I'm dreaming. Oh my gosh! I tweeted about this dream. Okay, November 4th, I was studying Spanish with a specific friend from my Spanish class and also some other people, but like, I guess the focus was on this one friend. And we were talking about how to conjugate suponer, and I was like, guys, it's just poner with su in front of it. And they were like, no, it's different. It doesn't follow the same rules as normal poner. So I went in the book, and what do you know? Suponer apparently conjugates to gusponemos and guspones in the nosotros and vosotros forms. What a joke. P.S. Future self, this is not a real thing in Spanish. So basically I had like a nightmare that Spanish made no sense. Good times. Okay, this dream started out with me being in the bear marching band, but my high school band director was the director. Or I was in my high school band, but we wore purple. I don't know. But the point is, we were at a contest or something, and the stadium looked like the huge Stephen F. Austin Stadium in Nacogdoches, Texas. I put NAC. Yeah, I'm such a native Texan because I called it NAC. And we were standing way at the top of the bleachers, and we started doing this intense trick where we jumped from one bleacher to the one below. So this is like when a band is in the stands. You know, like sometimes they'll move their instruments, do horn flashes, and I guess our whole band was doing this trick where we would jump from one bleacher to the one below us, back and forth in time so we weren't like stepping on each other. It was crazy. That's hilarious. December 31st, December 30th. Oh my gosh, I do remember this. Then I went home and took a nap, and during my nap, Mom woke me up saying, finish this Christmas candy, and threw a bunch of Thin Mints onto my bed. And I was just like, but Mom, the Easter... But I was just like, but Mom, the Easter candy is so good, I want to finish it first. I guess because in real life, maybe stores were already starting to put Easter candy out or something, I don't know. And I looked down, and there were all these Easter chocolate coins with like bunnies on them on the left side of my bed, and then a ton of Cadbury cream eggs on the right, and then I woke up. So my mom's like, finish this Christmas candy, and I'm like, but Mom, and it like zooms out, and there's just Easter candy everywhere. So weird. First dream of 2015, what up? Taylor Swift was randomly going to meet some of the marching band people in the performance hall that we have on our campus. And I was like, heck yes. And I went to that building. When I got there, she and her band were on stage and they were like, jam sesh guys, we're gonna sing Blank Space. So Blank Space started and we were like, nice to meet you, where you been, etc. until the guitarist dropped out. And then we were like, okay, let's try to keep singing. So we did until Taylor started forgetting the lyrics, and then we were like, dude. And then the percussion dropped out, and it just became a total mess. The end. Took a nap and had a dream that I was at work. Woke up thinking I had fallen asleep on a customer. It was hilarious. Okay, that's pretty funny. January 27th, it was like, I think this is my cousin, my brother, and my mom, or something. And we were going to see my new house/apartment that I was gonna get. Oh, at this time we were thinking that I might live with my friend Amber and my brother. It wound up just being Amber and me. And we looked around and it was really good and stuff, and then we got to the back where the bathroomy area was, and there was a mouse in the shower, and everyone was like, eek, mouse. And I was like, eek, mouse, and ran up to it because it was cute. And then it got really weird because apparently I could get them to exterminate them by plugging this dongle. What? This dongle into my computer and getting some code that corresponded to the mouse. So I did that at the end. Why did I not like write down that this is clearly a pun on mouse and like mouse dongles? That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, so I guess I had a dream that there was an actual animal mouse and the way to exterminate it was to plug in a dongle. That's weird. Sometime in the last week of February, Eric and I were at the Farhampton for someone else's wedding, just like in How I Met Your Mother. Wow. It was all nice and romantic and stuff. So at one point, we were on some kind of indoor balcony overlooking the lobby, and he was like, you know, I'm gonna propose to you here. And I was like, what? We've only been dating for 6 months, because Dream Us had only been dating for 6 months. And he was like, no, not right now, just eventually. And I was like, okay, tee-hee. So it was basically like in How I Met Your Mother, how we saw that he was going to propose to her at the place before they actually went back to the place. You know what I mean. Do I? Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. March 4th, I looked at way too many things about that stupid black, blue, white, gold dress and had a dream that Eric got a new job and I was following him to work. Like it was like a coordinated thing. Like for some reason I was gonna go with him to work, but we were taking 2 cars. Not in a creepy way, okay? We left pretty late, like 11 p.m. or something, and I was looking at the sky thinking, isn't it weird how the night sky is black, but it's actually kind of blue? And then the sky started turning a goldish yellow, and I was like, literally the sky is the dress right now. But then I realized the sky only looked so light because there was so much light reflecting from the snow on the ground. But then I realized the sky was actually so light because it was sunrise, and I was like, what the heck, Eric? Why do you work 8 hours outside of our town? Then we eventually got to his new workplace, which was some little store in a strip mall thing, and I feel like it was either some computer place or some fancy recording studio, and I was like, oh, he must be super happy with whichever one it was, and then I gave him a kiss and told him to have a good time at work at the end. Cute. Yeah, I've had this before. I don't know if you guys get this when you're sick, but I had a weird sick dream where Eric told me I couldn't finish this puzzle or something in a Professor Layton game, and I was like, oh yeah, try me. So I spent the whole night working on this puzzle in a game, which was really just me waking up and turning my body because I thought that that would help me solve the puzzle. March 25th, I was in a video game with my little bro in KSI and my actual little bro, Austin. And it was like Paper Mario or something because what other game would I dream about, TBH? I do have a lot of Paper Mario related dreams. And we were coming up on a big boss or something. Because there were items everywhere. So, you know, it's just kind of like a hint that something big is coming. Our pockets were getting full, but then we remembered that this was also Animal Crossing, basically, and we could store stuff in our empty envelopes. This was pre-ACNH. So we checked to see if we had anything useful in them, and then one of the envelopes contained like 10 more envelopes, and we were like, sweet, storage for days! And that was basically the whole dream. Also, that is not how Animal Crossing works. Oh well. A very typical Becca dream. Okay, what is this? I was trying to get some sleep so I could get up in time to go to district convention for KSI, and for some reason I really wanted a light to be on in the hallway. I wasn't scared of the dark or anything, I just wanted it to be on. But there was some chick in my bed, like platonically and all, and she was a friend or a family member or something. But the point is, I didn't want to be rude and disturb her. So I finally decided to turn it on when the power went out, oh noes. So for some reason I went to the boys' room to see if I could turn on the light in there. That didn't work either. And then I realized I was going to be late to leave for district. So I tried really hard to text Taco Bell guy, and I couldn't because my Wi-Fi didn't work, and I was like, ugh. But then the power came back, so I texted him, and he told me I didn't have to get up until 12 actually, and I was like, sweet. And then I woke up and thought I really didn't have to get up until 12 and was actually almost late to district. Yes, this is, most of the time if my schedule is a little bit different, the dreams for that night are, you overslept, you got up too early. Yeah, that is a pretty common dream for me if I have to get up early the next day. Okay, we're gonna end on this one because I feel like this one's pretty funny. So we were at district convention and a bunch of KSI brothers and some other person, like some old guy who was apparently a brother, showed up late. And we were like, why are you late? And they were like, here, watch this video we took. And at first it was like super professionally shot and stuff, and the old guy was basically the main character. Also, their car was white. Again, just like writing down the colors. And we were like, you guys were late because you were shooting a movie? And they were like, no, keep watching. So we did, and then soon the car started being swept up in an evil tornado. Then we did district stuff and acted like it hadn't happened. Then we went home, and the sky was really pretty and pink and yellow and stuff because of the sunsets. And I was writing with my roommate, who was also in KSI, and she was like, whoa, look at the sky, it's pretty. So I did, and I was like, guys, there's a hurricane looming in the distance, because there was. But then as it got closer, I realized there were people and houses inside the hurricane, and it was actually a tornado that was shaped like a hurricane, a hurrinado, if you will. So I was like, that's really disturbing. And then all of a sudden there were like 3 hurrinados, and we were like, OMG, drive faster. So whoever the heck was driving started driving faster, and then I woke up. That's where we're gonna leave off today, because I've been reading my dreams for like an hour, and Eric's home. So now you have an idea of how weird freaking dreams I have. Does that sound like a weird dream to you? You said yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. If this is like interesting to you, seriously, like I could talk about my dreams forever. And I only shared one that was a dream where I realized I was dreaming. Those are the best ones. Maybe I'll do a video where I just read all the dreams where I realized I was dreaming, because those are hilarious to me. But anyway, if you do find my super weird dreams entertaining, let me know. I would love to do more videos like this. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I put videos out every other Friday about music, media, linguistics, and whatever else is on my mind that week. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.